Dark Souls 2 is a dark and brooding action RPG set in a bleak and intensely unforgiving world. Having been originally released in March 2014, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin has now been released for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, bringing its tough, tight gameplay to the latest consoles and challenging a whole host of new and returning players to fight their way through its intensely difficult game world. My first impressions of Dark Souls 2 weren't good. The character creator was pretty naff. All variations of characters that I tried to put together looked weird, with a general poor man's Play-Doh look to their sculpted features. However, once I settled on a hero with a semi-human look to them, I headed into the game and have since been very impressed. I've not played Dark Souls 1, but did spend quite some time with Demon Souls a couple of years ago. The game series have built a strong reputation for their difficult yet fair gameplay that encourages careful, considered battles with well-timed attacking and defensive maneuvers. This gameplay is still present and correct in this latest version of the series. Players are forced to approach every enemy with a healthy sense of fear. The constant fear of death is enhanced by the game's economic system of souls that the game series takes its name from. Defeating enemies releases their souls. The more you slay, the more souls you have. The clever twist here is that if you fall in battle, then you drop all of the souls that you've collected so far. These souls remain at your body's resting place and can be retrieved if you can successfully get back to your body. Die whilst en route and the souls are gone for good. This makes every step into unknown territory, further from the safe haven of bonfires, all the more risky and exciting. Progress must be taken gradually, again forcing the player to learn their opponent's movements and attacks. The best thing about all of this is the way that it makes the player become better and better as they play. Collected souls can be used to upgrade your character, but the real upgrading that is needed is that of the player themselves. Playing for several hours on Dark Souls 2 results in you feeling like a better player by the end of it. This makes for a rich and enjoyable experience that wouldn't exist if the game wasn't so difficult. The rumours of its difficulty had put me off the game initially, but having played it now, I see why its difficulty is one of its biggest draws. It gives you a wonderful sense of achievement as you progress, and you feel as though you are genuinely improving as you play. The story of Dark Souls 2 is a difficult one to judge. There is a story here, but it's hidden within the game world. Reading descriptions of items, speaking to the game's NPCs and investigating hidden areas can reveal a story thread that many players have greatly enjoyed, but personally I feel as though there was a missed opportunity for some more obvious narrative throughout the world. The game world itself is stunning, both in its aesthetic and structural design. Wandering the forests, coastline, ruined cities is stunning to behold, and exploration opens up a wealth of hidden areas, secret paths and shortcuts back to areas you've previously worked through. Multiplayer in Dark Souls is a truly special experience, and one that I'd like to see much more of in games. As you explore the world, you will see bloodstains, messages and the ghosts of other players littering the landscape. Players can write messages on the ground anywhere in the game. These messages appear on the floor of other players' games and are frequently used to offer helpful advice about upcoming traps, hidden items and how to defeat upcoming creatures. Touching bloodstains reveals the final few seconds of another player's life. Again, this offers a valuable lifeline for players, frequently revealing points of particular danger to players. Players can also allow others to enter their game world, allowing them to work together to defeat particularly challenging bosses, dramatically increasing your chances of progressing through the game. Using this system too often is not a surefire solution to problems. Opening up your game to others also allows players to invade your game. This leads to many intensely exciting battles as players take on one another in combat, earning souls for victory or losing them in defeat. Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin contains a fantastic additional dungeon and comes with dramatically increased visuals in comparison to the original release. If you've already bought and played through Dark Souls 2 on PS3, Xbox 360 or PC, then I'd suggest only buying it if you're desperate to have another playthrough. If you've not yet experienced a Souls game, then this is the best version currently available and it is a fantastic experience to play through. Dark Souls 2 is a difficult yet incredibly rewarding game to play. The world is breathtaking to explore, but I wish there was a more accessible story revealed whilst playing. If you've not yet been brave enough to take on a game in the series, then this is the time to give it a go.